I've had a few encounters, but the one that like stood out the most was I was just coming out of the bathroom and I hear the bell ding.
The bell ring?
Yeah. And it goes ding, and I come out and I look, and there's no one here, and I look out the window to see if someone's walking around, and I'm like,
Nobody there?
no, there wasn't anyone there. And then I was upstairs once, and someone was like, can you hear me? And I was like, excuse me?
So you heard a voice?
Yeah. So, and I was up there, I was actually refilling the carts.
Where were you at? Upstairs, like where our rooms are? Or?
Yeah, I was upstairs where the bathrooms are.
Yeah.
So I was refilling the carts, and I heard like, can you hear me? And I was like, oh, yeah?
Did you say anything?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can hear you. And then they replied, and they were like, they didn't say the full sentence, they were like, here. And I was like, oh, Lord. So, and occasionally you'll see, like, out of the corner of your eyes, like, black figures. But that's really it. One of my friends and I were talking over there, and she saw something as well, so it was, like, peeking out of the corner right here.
Really? Did she tell you when she saw it? Did
Yeah,
she say, hey?
she was like, dude, I just saw something, and I was like, no way.
That's cool.
So, yeah. There's a door right here as well. That's like there's like a boiler in there.
Mm-hmm.
I look over there and I just like get this feeling, and I'm like, ooh.
Just like something's like, there, or
yeah.
you don't want to go over there, or?
Yeah, it's like a ominous feeling, kind of. So it's like, stay away from it. Is how I feel. So.
So when you guys posted that?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen that. We've investigated a lot of historic hotels. This is the first time I've seen that. That's cool.
Yeah, we have reports of our 201 being the most active.
201?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with that's supposed to have the lady ghost in it or something?
Yeah. So she's supposed to be up there. And I felt her a few times, but...
Have you?
Yeah, nothing major, so... It was pretty cool.
How'd you know it was her? I mean, was it just a feeling?
Yeah, so, like, all of the women in my family can, like, feel or see.
Sensitives?
Yeah, so I went in there and I was like, there is someone here, so, like, I can, like, feel and sense it. But the only way that I can see them is if, like, I'm, like, half asleep.
Yeah.
So they come to me in, like, dreams or whatever, so.
That's kind of what happens to me, too. It's usually like, you know, my alarm goes off, I reach over, I hit the snooze, and then I'm almost back asleep before it goes off again.
Yeah.
And that's when I have the dreams or whatever, the messages. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's cool. Well, being a sensitive, it must be pretty interesting working here.
Oh, yeah. So, like, sometimes I'll get, like, a feeling that, like, someone's standing behind me. And if it's nothing too bad, then I'll just let it stay there. I'll be like, oh, hi. But if I do sense something that's bad, I'll get up and I'll walk around.
Does that pretty much clear it a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes it does. But sometimes it doesn't, and I'll just be like, okay, because I have to be here, so I'm like, just wait until I'm off on my shift. So.
Well, thank you, Victoria. That's good. I appreciate you doing that. This is such a cool hotel. I love historic hotels.
And it's weird, sometimes on this side, it could be perfectly fine, and I could come in the next day, and it smells rotten on this side.
Rotten egg
Really?
or
Like rotten, not eggs, just something rotting.
something died?
Mm-hmm.
Really? And where on this side?
Just on this side. To where we've gotten complaints, and then I've come the next day, and it's,
There's
I'm like,
nothing
what were
there.
they smelling? But then I came on days, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I've smelled that before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I say,
And
if
then
I can say,
and it'll go.
you know what that can be
Mm-hmm.
in paranormal.
And
Something
then
manifesting.
Supposedly there's a man in 208 upstairs is where the other ghost people came. They got EVPs in both of them. Or their machines went off.
So you've had some paranormal people here before, huh?
Mhm.
How long ago was that?
Probably like 4 months ago.
Really?
Mhm.
So they got EVPs in there, up there.
Mhm.
Which room, 208 or both of them?
208 and 202. 202, there's a lady in there. They said.
Really?
Yeah, so when I go in there, I'll always spray my perfume or something.
Really?
Yeah. In that room, all their stuff could be off, like their fans, the AC, and you'll see that curtain just, if somebody's looking out of it.
Really?
I pulled into the back, and then I've gone upstairs and checked on like their AC's off.
Well, we're
Who was
definitely,
in here?
we're
She's like,
definitely,
nobody's in there.
we're definitely.
Well, somebody just opened that curtain. I just watched it. I was like,
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool, huh? Does it freak you out?
No, I kind of like it.
And I should have asked you, do you mind that I'm recording it? Okay. If you do, I'll
I've grown
delete
up
it.
in a lot of haunted houses, so it doesn't scare me anymore. Like even
Yeah.
when I got touched in the basement, I was just like, eh, whatever.
Yeah.
What was that? You got touched in the basement?
Mhm.
The one we were looking at over
Usually,
there?
no, usually I'll keep my hair in like an army bun, and so it's really tight because my boss, he hates hair. Well, I was down there in the basement by myself. I was the only housekeeper at that time. Somebody went.
Really?
I looked. I knew I was by myself. But
So
just-
how did you get that under?
Even though look. Ain't right here, you know.
Should we leave the store open?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Good looking out, Jan. Good looking out. You okay?
Yep. Okay, you're right here.
Yeah, Jan, don't fall. Do you want me to get next to you and hold on to you?
Oh, I'm good.
All right, don't fall down there. Yeah, these steps are narrow, huh? If I fall on top of you, I'm sorry.
There's, I feel something down there. Yeah. Somebody likes to hang out down
Basements are always.
Mm-hmm.
there. Yeah, I feel it almost as strong as I did in that room over there.
Oh, there's no tunnels leading out of this, is there?
Not this part, no.
But there's tunnels leading out of,
Supposedly, there's a tunnel underneath the hotel that leads to that white building across the street.
but there's no access that you know of.
I don't know where it's at, but I know
Oh, there's space in
he
here.
was showing
Good
all the
talking.
pictures of it like 2 weeks ago. But I don't like being underground like that, so I was like, I don't want to see
Show
that.
yourself.
I'll let you guys go first so I could walk it again.
We'll find out. Jan, if you fall, I got you. We're gonna fall right back into Todd, okay?
That hill,
And then he'll fall in debris.
so I should be nice and,
Soft, yeah,
Yes.
you have a soft landing.
Alright, and then we'll go back into that door and up the stairs.
we're going up the stairs.
This way.
This way, or we could go that way too.
I don't care.
Yeah, we're right back here. There's that.
Alright, let's go this way, guys.
Okay. They lost Liz somewhere. Hey, this looks familiar.
I'll show you where the lady is.
Lady Spirit's here.
This one is where my curtain's open. Their bed broke, so it's a little taken apart.
This is room 202, where the lady is.
The last people in here, she said she picked up that the lady died in here. I know back in the day, it was like a little apartment place.
So there's spirit of a lady here. Will you talk to us?
In this room, within the first year, I believe it was, there was a couple in here and they said that the husband was like, it's not haunted, there's nothing here. So his wife was real into ghosts. And when he went to sit down, his chair went,
Oh, come on, Drake.
he went downstairs crying.
Really?
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That changed his tune really quick,
Yeah.
huh?
His wife was laughing, you see, that's what you get.
I like this room.
That feels real heavy in there to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Keep going. Excuse me.
This room, I always get stuck in for some reason. You don't want to. This is where the man is too. In this room with the last ghost people, a lady was wearing like a see-through throw-over thing that ladies wear. She was standing here. I was standing right where you are, and I watched her finger.
Really?
And there, things are always moving.
Sure.
There used to be a blow dryer on the wall, and it didn't matter how strong I put it on there, boom, it'd go flying.
Victoria told us some stories about the West Building. She said that in the upstairs bathroom, she had heard someone ask if she could hear them, a disembodied voice. She also mentioned a friend of hers seeing shadow figures and that they are sometimes seen. And she mentioned a lady spirit in room 201. Bree mentioned a rotten smell in the East Building that smelled like something had died. And it's there and then it's not there. She also mentioned the lady spirit. She mentioned it in room 202. She said that sometimes while in there she smells perfume and has noticed the curtains moving when there's no fan or refrigeration running. She mentioned also a grumpy male spirit in room 207 and 208. And she also mentioned being in there in the room and seeing a lady in there dressed in her nightgown and saw the base of the lady's nightgown come up like it was being pulled up and no one was there. And she also mentioned the basement where she said she was touched on the back of her neck. So these are all pretty interesting stories, and we're getting all these when we go through and do our tour. So it gives us some idea of what people have seen and heard there. So now it's going to be interesting to see what kind of evidence we collect and if it goes along with what they told us. If we can confirm through our evidence some of the stories that they've told and experiences they've had.